Hello and welcome to Third Act Film. Today we're having a little discussion about video games turned movies. And we're going to try and, get to the bottom of this. When will it work? All right? When? Here with me is Todd James.
Hello.
And I'm James Forbes.
Hello, James.
So we have quite a few video game to movies coming out.
Mm-hmm.
Need a shorter name.
Yeah.
VGMs. You like that?
It's silly.
It's an acronym.
Okay.
VGMs. All right. So we have several VGMs coming out. I'll just list them. We've got Ratchet and Clank.
Great.
Do you think this will be the film that...
I
don't know why you're laughing. That
was you
it.
laughing. I too am laughing.
Do you think this will be the film that will kickstart VGMs and make them huge?
Well, Ratchet and Clank is going to be a hit because it's going to be a kids' film. It's that simple. But that serious people, serious like you and me, I'm going to look at it and be like, this is the Iron Man of, it's not.
Yeah.
It's because it's a kids' film. It's not because it's not because it's going to be a great video game film.
Yeah.
Same with Angry Birds.
Yeah. Which is the next one after Ratchet and Clank.
Right.
Angry Birds 2016 as well, May, whilst Ratchet and Clank is April.
Right. Do you think the same as me though? Like they're both gonna make.
I think it's a nice little family film. You kind of recognise the name and the kind of artwork.
Good brand recognition.
And the kids who were like, "Oh, I've played that as well. Good. Let me see it."
Yeah, true.
But I don't see those kind of films taking VGMs to the next level. And
no, not at all. It's gonna make the money, but that's just gonna encourage. It's not going to be like, oh, let's take a risk now on Legend of Zelda. It's gonna be.
Don't tease me with that.
It's gonna be let's take a risk now on Candy Crush the movie.
Oh, that's gonna happen, isn't it?
It will soon.
Oh my god, that's really gonna happen.
Why did I have to say it out loud? Now I put it in someone's mind. But yeah, it's gonna encourage that much more than legitimate good.
Yeah. No, you're right. And those kind of films, going backwards, we've had like Hitman. I think they keep on like probing at different audiences. Yeah. So you have the Hitman and the
Hitman should be an easy sell.
Yeah.
Like it should be. And I haven't seen the first Hitman, but I saw the one that came out this year, which was certainly a film.
Well, according to Wikipedia, the Hitman Agent 47 one out this year made less than the Hitman from 2007, with 2007 making 99 million and the Hitman making 81
imagine making
million.
99 million.
I'm assuming that's domestic revenue.
Oh, probably, yeah. No, I don't think so. I reckon that's worldwide. Because think about this most recent one. How much did this most recent one make? Not a lot. Me and you saw it. Yeah. That's about it. I'm sure Rupert Friends saw it.
Rupert Friend, what a name.
Yeah. The friendliest name. But someone playing an assassin, he has Rupert, the friendliest name, and he has the word friend in his name. Anyway.
No, you're totally right. You're right, it's worldwide.
Yeah, it's depressing, isn't it?
Oh, wow. Hitman Agent 47, although with a budget of 35 million, making 82 million.
It's a solid investment. It's not.
No. So with those kind of films were probing towards what they think of the hardcore gaming audience. Were like, here's an action film. You love action. That's why you play video games. It's like, no, we don't play video games because of the action. We play it to escape. That's why we also watch films. We get a chance to live in someone else's life. And I think Hitman Agent 47, the kind of problem with that is that it was just like, okay, you can do this in the video game. So let's just copy that and do it in the film. Have him kill people. But you didn't...
Have him hit mans.
Yeah. Further down the list, which we get to more serious suggestions as to what could kickstart.
Right.
Warcraft.
Yeah. Now, we spoke about this in a recent video. Link here. Where we were talking about which films we think might make $1 billion in 2016. James suggested Warcraft. And I immediately dismissed this idea.
Yeah.
Because I think, I said, oh, it's going to be a flop. It's not going to be a flop. But it's going to be, its total at the end of its run is going to be a number that will have people debating whether it's going to get a sequel. In my mind, it's going to be in that figure, that sort of Mad Max Pacific Rim area.
So around between 400 and 600 million.
Yeah, closer to 400.
Close to 400.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
You know, where it's like, oh, it did make money. It made profit after all, after everything deductible. About $6. And yeah, the other question though is, will it be good? Because if it makes a little bit of profit and it's good, that is a completely different ballgame.
I have no idea if it's going to be good. Isn't it being directed by David Bowie's son? Duncan Jones.
Is he David Bowie's son?
Exclusive, world exclusive. We found David Bowie's son.
No, is that true?
Yeah, they look exactly the same. And he was called, he had a different name. I forget, I'll find out.
Sure.
Duncan Jones, his original name, yeah.
Is it Zowie Bowie?
Yeah, Zowie Bowie, yeah, you're right.
That's him!
Yeah, Zowie Bowie. His full name is now Duncan Zowie Hayward Jones. And he changed his name.
Much more normal name.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, what do you think about Warcraft then?
For me, it's fantasy. There isn't any competition on that front. True. Anyone who wants to see a fantasy film, I guess you kind of have Star Wars, but you have to sacrifice some of this fantasy for kind of space and opera and for pure out and out fantasy. Like, I'm in a different world. That the only thing that's in common is a few human faces. Like half of this cast is CGI, which is awesome. And I think if they can tap into that kind of, think Avatar. You see what I've done here? Mention a film that has done well to prove my point. But you think of a film like Avatar, you were thrown into another world, and it was complete CGI characters and completely different times and different place and everything. That this kind of Warcraft lends to that, and that you could see yourself being like, okay, let me check this out.
Okay. I'll tell you what I think the problem inverted commas is.
Yeah.
Warcraft has the nerd stigma attached to it.
Yeah.
No matter how cool this film might be, it's the same thing as Star Wars and Star Trek. Yeah. Star Trek, even though there's been 2 really good films, which some people disagree with that's fine, whatever. People still think, oh, Star Trek, that's for nerds. Whereas Star Wars, people are like, oh yeah, I love lightsabers. Warcraft has that nerd stigma attached to it, whereas like the equivalent would be Lord of the Rings, for example, which is just it was based on a book, therefore it's literary. Yeah, do you know what I mean?
I suppose, but then, it is a huge game. But how many people, average Joe Smo, know that Warcraft is that game? That Warcraft is a game for nerds. You know what I mean?
A lot of people.
I think it's right.
Yeah, I know. It was a cultural phenomenon, and my parents, as I always use as an example, they know what it is roughly. I mean, they wouldn't be like, oh yes, it's an MMORPG, but they'd be able to tell you roughly.
Oh, it's that one that nerds play.
Yeah, exactly. That they play in their mother's basements.
Yeah,
like it has that stigma attached to it.
Can you then make a film out of it? I don't know. The next one on the list, Assassin's Creed.
Right.
Do we think this will kickstart?
I think this is the one.
You think this will be it?
But then I love Assassin's Creed.
Yeah.
I haven't played Unity, which is probably why I still love it. But Michael Fassbender,
who's complete champion.
Yeah. The only thing is, have you played a lot of Assassin's Creed? Not really.
Not really, but go on.
Okay, so spoilers for Assassin's Creed, guys.
Oh no.
Right. The actual lore of Assassin's Creed is probably more nerdy than the lore of Warcraft.
Yeah, it's very heavy on the
like
science
time
fiction.
Travel, fourth wall breaking.
Yeah,
like multi-dimensional, blah blah blah.
Are they going to be doing all of that?
Well,
they haven't really shown anything like that in the.
But then they didn't in the games, and then you played the first game, and at the end you were like, "What?"
That'd be cool if they did that for the film.
But my understanding of it is that the film is going to just expand the lore of the games. So it's going to be the story in the film. He's another ancestor of Desmond's, but just one that we haven't seen in the game, which I think is a great idea. Make it that multi-platform kind of thing.
And that we're just seeing another memory.
Yeah, exactly.
Without it having to then revert back to present day.
Yeah. So it's not like I'll be sitting there watching it and something will happen and I'll be the only one like, oh my god, while everyone else doesn't know what's happening.
I don't know, because you think about if they want to do sequels, if they do Assassin's Creed 1 with Michael Fassbender and then Assassin's Creed 2, they have to like, Fassbender, you available again? Like, no, I'm doing X-Men, right?
That's pretty much exactly how the conversation would go.
Would they then, wouldn't it be easier for them to continue that storyline of each kind of edition is a different time period, different assassin?
I would love that.
That'd be awesome.
Like, you get a different cool lead every time.
There's not, the only series that does that is Bond, where you have it, where the lead actor changes. Doctor Who? I can't think of anything else.
Yeah. I thought that, though. Imagine it as a series every 2 years. Like, so 2 years after this comes out, it's like Chris Hemsworth as, like, awesome. In Victorian London or whatever.
Yeah.
2 years later, you've got, I don't know, Meryl Streep.
I was going to say Jason Momoa.
Oh my god.
In like pirate kind of territory.
Yeah.
And then as well, you can then change the actor to black or a woman, and people won't lose their minds.
Well, you'd be like, oh, it's just a different branch of his heritage. Like, yeah.
Then you can still possibly have Michael Fassbender. Maybe you want a lesser known actor playing the main guy whose memories this is all being transported from. But yeah, next one, Resident Evil: The Final Chapter. Is this where it starts? Assuming Assassin's Creed and Warcraft
starts. Isn't this the sixth one?
No, I'm saying like finally people like, well, it's the final chapter, so
the final chapter. Whew, better get in on that.
Yeah.
No. I'm quite ready. The Resident Evil films.
You're
I haven't even seen all of them.
Resident Evil Afterlife made 296 million.
I haven't made that much.
Resident Evil Retribution, which was one afterwards, 240 million.
Diminishing returns.
That's after 2 years.
Yeah. No. Like it's a solid franchise.
Quarter of a billion.
You're just making that sound bigger than it is by using the word billion.
No, I keep doing this. Yeah.
I get the appeal, and I haven't seen all of them. I've seen like 3 or 4. How many are there? 5.
Don't ask me.
They're okay.
Well, this is the final chapter.
I see. No, I'm quite ready for them to just restart it properly following the.
Imagine if they did restart it, because it's slowly like the first Resident Evil. I'm looking here, 102 million.
Yeah.
And then when you get to the most recent one, Resident Evil Retribution, 240 million. Hot damn, that's good statistics. Yeah. Probably because of 3D.
Almost certainly.
But that's pretty good.
Yeah. But I've only really played 4, 5, and 6 in Resident Evil.
Yeah.
And they are much more. Well, I mean, they're from a more recent time, so they're obviously going to be more cinematic. And they have put, I think, a bunch of the classic characters into the films, but basically in name only. So you've got like Jill Valentine and what's his name, Chris Redfield and stuff, and Leon Kennedy. But they're all just they're just the same way Resident Evil isn't Resident Evil.
Yeah.
Like, Resident Evil would be a film we'd be talking about if they hadn't carried on this film series as one that is restarting, I bet.
That'd be pretty cool. I mean, maybe that is the plan. Maybe they're like, okay, we've made a killing from this.
Yeah.
It don't cost us much to do it. Like, how
much this gravy train is pulling into the station.
Yeah, maybe they're like, okay, people obviously want to see this, even with a crap budget.
Yeah.
Yeah? Maybe the idea is, okay, we finish this off, Resident Evil Final Chapter. We just do a last goodbye to all of our fans who've supported us for so long.
True.
And now let's restart it. Perhaps re-look at the source material. Let's look at what worked, what didn't.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe Resident Evil, the final chapter, maybe the killer.
Resident Evil, the epilogue.
Yeah.
You're right.
Or just a whole reboot to the whole thing.
Yeah. Maybe they could even call it, what's it called in Japan? Biohazard. No, that's too generic.
It's just
okay. Yeah, don't do it.
Resident Evil's such a better name. But moving on. Uncharted.
Right. This one, I feel like a lot of general audiences don't really know what Uncharted is.
I think
it's kind of, again, like I just said about Biohazard, it's a very generic name.
Yeah.
That could be like Uncharted as well. Oh, that's an adventure film. Like you know straight away. You're not like, is that a rom-com? Like,
you know it's an adventure, but then you also, I feel like it can come off as a cheap man's Indiana Jones.
Anything that is about explorers looks like a Indiana Jones ripoff, though.
And unless they get Chris Pratt to play the lead as Nathan Drake, I can't really see how well this... There's much better actors who would do it better, but I think for this kind of film, you need star quality. You need someone who is going to be right at the front.
It's a film that's going to have whoever plays Nathan Drake. He's going to be in every scene, basically.
Yeah.
The camera's basically following him around.
Yeah.
I think that could be... If Assassin's Creed does well, which it does, and then this is a hit. And this can be a big hit. If this has like a trailer as well that captures the fun side of it, like the light-hearted... The opposite of what the Warcraft trailer went for. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. I've got a couple more here, but we'll just... Cool. A couple of them. Sly Cooper. Cooper, yeah?
I didn't really know that was a video game. So, again, but that's the same as Angry Birds and stuff. It's just a family film. It's going to do well.
That's family film.
Doesn't make a difference.
The other one's Sonic the Hedgehog, which is kind of the same point.
Is there a Sonic film coming out?
Apparently, rumoured.
Right.
Sega might do it, jump on the bandwagon. I know there's other films that are rumoured, like, I'm going off.
Yeah, I was about to as well. You go first.
Call of Duty.
Yeah.
There's rumours, because it's Blizzard, Activision, they're one company, they're doing Warcraft. I'm assuming if that does well, they then will invest.
I think Call of Duty, though, has a bit of that stigma attached to it as well, the same as Warcraft. I think you put out a film called Black Hawk Down, and you put out a film called Call of Duty, less people will be interested in Call of Duty.
I think Call of Duty is, I'm using inverted commas here, cool, as you have a lot of footballers, you have a lot of like NBA players, NFL players, you have a lot of sports people who play those games and love them, and they advertise.
You also have a lot of cool people who play Warcraft.
But they all admit it like it's a guilty pleasure. They're like, no offense, Ronda Rousey, please don't hurt me. Right. But I believe she's played Warcraft.
I don't know, I haven't heard that.
There's a few other stars who have.
Henry Cavill,
yeah.
Superman.
But they all admit it like it's a guilty, like, oh yeah. And then
because it has that stigma attached.
Yeah, but then when you hear the same thing about Call of Duty, they're like, oh, do you play video games? People would be like, yeah, I play video games, I play Call of Duty, if it's in the UK, I play FIFA, I play Call of Duty. If it's in America, I play Madden, I play Call of Duty. I think it's just more accepted to the kind of more mainstream type people.
More, but I still think Call of Duty is what people play in their mum's basements to a lot of people.
Mm.
One that isn't.
It's a shame that we're in my mum's basement.
Right now, yeah. We haven't left.
Yeah.
One that isn't, that I think could do it, Tomb Raider.
If they redid that.
Yeah.
Different actress? Who would you have as the actress for that? Charlize Theron.
What? No! I don't really like her, but Gemma Arterton, probably.
Nah.
No?
You would need a big name for that as well. I think with a lot of these VGMs, as I've coined them.
Dubbed them, yeah.
I think a lot of these, what they've all been lacking, is any actor taking it seriously.
Rupert Friend was very serious in it.
I think Assassin's Creed, maybe Warcraft. There's a few kind of famous people in Warcraft.
There's prestige names. There's not widely known names.
Widely known. But Assassin's Creed probably is the first one. Just looking at
the rest of the cast of Assassin's Creed, it's not just Fassbender. It's like Jeremy Irons, Brendan Gleeson.
Yeah, really well, yeah. Prince of Persia and Max Payne.
The problem was they were both garbage. that is the other thing.
Prince of Persia's I believe the highest grossing video VGM ever.
But it's any film with an ostrich riding scene.
335 million.
And that's the highest ever, though. Think about that.
It's awful, isn't it?
Yeah.
And
that was just riding the coattails of Pirates of the Caribbean in the sand with a white man as an Arab.
Yeah.
It was Aladdin, basically.
Yeah.
Without the music.
And time travel for no reason. But I think Call of Duty could do it. I think you can have
Call of Duty as well. You can have
film.
a film every year.
Yeah.
You were about to say that and I interrupted you. I'm sorry.
It's all right. You can have a film every year. You can change locations. You know, they've got Black Ops, they've got Future Ops, they've got Past Ops, they've got Back to the Future
Warfare.
Ops. Yeah.
Back to the Future Ops.
Yeah, they've got all these different types and you could just change it.
Call of Duty's got Kevin Spacey in it as well.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Kevin Spacey loves those kind of things. He just wants to be on every platform ever.
I think he likes his face. I like his face. Yeah. I get it.
Yeah, I get it. Yeah. I think that kind of film could do it. So what do you guys think? What VGM do you think will crack it? Which one will be, past the 300 mark, 400 mark?
Not just money though, it's also what's going to be the Iron Man, the Dark Knight, the legitimizer of the franchise.
I like that, the legitimizer. That will turn people's opinions and be like, oh...
What will get my parents to go, Assassin's Creed, that looks good, let's go twice.
Yeah. Do let us know in the comments below if you've got any suggestions for future topics. Our email address is here. That is... Oh, didn't mean to clap. That is hello@thirdactfilm.com. Thanks for listening. I've been James Forbes.
And I've been Todd Phillips.
Bye!
Big stuff in Transformers that is all kind of swept under the rug because Dinobots.
3 stories, all just from different parts of the world.
And different time points as well.
Can I fire, please? And the Captain America's like, hold it. Hold it.